Hi, this is Ron, and I'm in my garage. I got an announcement today. I have returned from my Utah trip. It's been about 2 weeks now. I had a great time. I was on the BMW R1250 GSA, a 2021 great bike for touring. That's why I bought it. I'm a road bike guy. That's my background. Bike worked flawlessly, but of course off-road I suck, and it's way too big of a bike. And like many people, they get these big adventure bikes, and then they get curious about getting a light adventure bike or an off-road bike or a DualSport, whatever, because they want to go in that direction and explore that area of motorcycling. And that's me. So I've been thinking about this for a while. I want to get a small beginner off-road bike. I have no off-road experience, or very little at least. And I did not get a Honda 300L like everybody else in the world. Man, everybody's getting those. I understand they're good bikes for that purpose, beginner off-road dual sport. Or a Kawasaki KLX 300. A lot of people are getting those too, but it has a small tank, the aftermarket tank. It's a 2-gallon tank, and there's a 2.7 aftermarket. That's it. You got to carry a roto pack. I don't want the roto pack. That's so it's a non-starter for me. There are no Honda 300Ls for even me to look at because everyone's buying them. There's not much available on that. And so let me just cut to the chase. So what I ended up getting, and I'm actually very excited about it, is this number here. I got a Husqvarna FE501S. It was on sale. It's a 2023 for $9,999. Special promotion. And this bike is normally $12,600. I would not pay $12,600 for this thing, but when you start talking $9,999, I start listening. Because the Honda, if I could even get it, the 300L Raleigh, let's say it's $6,000, $6,100 somewhere, depending if it's the ABS or whatever. If I have to put new suspension on it, which a lot of people say I'll probably almost certainly have to do if I'm going to put bags on it and set up remote camping with all that weight. Well, a Raleigh Raid front and rear, for example, a higher end suspension upgrades, a couple of grand, $2,000 for the parts. And so now you're already at the 61, 62. $8,100. This $9,999. So I'm getting into that territory, and this is a much better bike. The 501, I was going to get the 350, but people that know more about this stuff than I do said that the 501 has more torque at the lower end, and it's about the same horsepower. By the way, this is the plated version. The 501S, the 350S, is a street legal bike, so the engine is detuned. So they said the power is pretty linear, and it's, for somebody like me, it should be doable. I'm not going to be overpowered. I'm obviously got to respect it. So I think I decided to get this bike today for that deal, $9,999. And so I will be, over the coming months, because it's October now, it's going to be wintertime, I'm going to be building this bike up and getting used to it, getting used to off-road, getting used to it on the street. And I'll be vlogging this, so for everybody out there that wants to follow along, for everybody that wants to see what the experience is like, what my experience has been with this higher end bike as opposed to like the Honda. I will be reporting back. I have seen some builds, adventure builds, with this particular bike, and they look pretty cool. So this bike is just more exciting than the Honda and the KLX. I mean, come on. They're good bikes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not slogging those bikes. All I'm saying is I went to look at this thing, and after looking at it, I couldn't get too excited about the Honda. 1,000,001 people have those. Everybody has Honda 300L that could get them at least. And so that information is all over the internet. Um, Not as much on this bike for a guy who's making that transference, first experience with the DualSport adventure and turning into an adventure bike. So we'll see how this project goes. And I'm excited about it. And we'll be reporting back over the coming weeks on how the build is going.